Good evening, friends. This video is particularly to the loft students, loft arts. But you can once again see the video when I tell you the Consumer Protection Act and particularly the medical negligence cases. Right? So today we are going to discuss the freebies, Freebies, freebies to the doctors. So gifts to the doctors, LCD Tvs to the doctors, or their foreign trip expenses to the doctors. All these come under freebies, but they are not exempt from Section 37, Clause 1 of the Income Tax Act. Normally, the pharma companies, they spend huge amounts towards the management of the, or towards giving the freebies to the doctors. But they account for the same as though it is expenditure, but it cannot come under purview of the exemption to the income tax. Definitely they have to pay tax for the same. This is what is decided by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Two judges, so Justice Umesh Uday Lalit, UU Lalit we call him, and Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt. So they have interpreted literally Section 37 Clause 1 of the Income Tax Act in the case of Apex Laboratories Private Limited, Apex Laboratories Private Limited versus the Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, Unit number 2, which is Delhi, in SLP number 23207 by 2019, decided on once again 22nd February 2022. You can see the citation in Live Law 2022, serial number 195, page number 135. So, wherein the bench held that the pharmaceutical companies gifting freebies to the doctors is definitely prohibited by law. You cannot give freebies to the doctors, and if you give them, okay, you give them, but you cannot get exemption under Section 37 Clause 1 of the Income Tax Act. So please remember, these freebies, they are not technically, please remember, they are not free. So they give the doctors the freebies, at the same time they will enhance the rates of the medicines, and they will collect from the consumer only. They are not given free. So this is what is interpreted by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Definitely the prices of the tablets or the prices of the medicines will be up, and that means the so-called pharmaceutical company, they will accumulate the same in this manner. అంటే తెలుగులో చెప్పాలి అంటే సహజంగా ఈ యొక్క మెడికల్ కంపెనీలు డాక్టర్లకు చాలామందికి ఫ్రీబీస్ ఇస్తుంటారు. అంటే ఏమిటి, వాళ్ళు ఫారిన్ ట్రిప్ వెళ్తే ఖర్చులు పెట్టుకుంటారు, లేదా వాళ్ళకి మంచి సూట్లు ఇస్తారు, లేదా టీవీలు ఇస్తుంటారు, రకరకాల ప్రజెంటేషన్స్ ఇస్తారు. ఇచ్చి వీళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్ కంపెనీస్ వాళ్ళు వీటిని ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ ఎగ్జంప్షన్ అడిగారు. సుప్రీంకోర్టు క్లియర్గా చెప్పింది, ఏమయ్యా ఈ డబ్బులు మీరు ఊరికి ఇస్తున్నారు డాక్టర్లకి, ఈ డాక్టర్ల డబ్బులు ఇచ్చి మెడిసిన్స్ రేట్ పెంచుతున్నారు కాబట్టి వీఆర్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు అలౌ. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు పే ద ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ ఫర్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. ఇదనమాట. So now please remember Section 37, it says any expenditure, of course the so-called exemptions are also there, Section 34 to 36. So without, except that if any expenditure not being in the state of shape of the capital expenditure, definitely, or personal expenses of the laboratory people, definitely it shall be treated as income. So any expenditure, that means expenditure given to the doctors in the name of LCD Tvs, all these things, it comes under expenditure, and therefore you have to pay the income tax for these things also. Right? Please remember. Here it is very clear, Section 37, explanation 1, it clearly says that any expenditure which is prohibited by law shall not be used for deduction of the so-called income tax. So actually, so these Apex Lab people, they have given freebies to so many doctors, and actually you will be stunning to know that the amount is 4,72,91,159 rupees. వీళ్ళు డాక్టర్లకి 4.7 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఫ్రీబీస్ ఇచ్చారు. ఎలాగా, లైక్ హాస్పిటాలిటీ అంటే ఖర్చులు, హోటల్ ఖర్చులు ఇవన్నీ. దెన్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ పేజ్ అది ఎక్కడ వాళ్ళు డాక్టర్లు ఫ్రీ బయట దేశాలకు వెళ్తే కాన్ఫరెన్స్. దెన్ గోల్డ్ కాయిన్స్ అండ్ LCD TVs, refrigerators, laptops to the medical practitioners for creating awareness on their tablet called as Zy.COMSR. Due to the corona time, this has become a very popular medicine for supply of zinc. So Apex Laboratories, they are the producers of Zy.COMSR, and to promote the same, they have given freebies to many doctors worth about 4.7 crores. Right? So they wanted deduction in the income tax because they are free. So Supreme Court said, even the CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, actually they have given a notice to this Apex Laboratories as to why the exemption should be given, why exemption should not be given. So therefore they approached the Honorable High Court, Madras High Court. So actually before Madras High Court, these people, they have approached the commissioner, deputy commissioner, the things. Of course, deputy commissioner, he has lessened to some extent, and then they approached the commissioner. Actually, he has also, yes, reduced the so-called income tax to some extent. Ultimately, the matter has gone to Madras High Court. Madras High Court, why Madras High Court means CBDT filed a petition before the Madras High Court. Madras High Court has clearly stated that this does not come under section 37. So they have to pay the so-called tax, right? And here once again they have come to the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court, why they have stated is the appellant, that is Apex Laboratories, stated that these people, the medical people, IMC, so Indian medical practitioners, so the regulations, like already I told you, the regulation number, I think rule 16, regulation number 6 of the Indian Medical Council, it says, please remember, so medical officers should not take the so-called freebies. Now Apex Laboratories, they say that it applies to only medical practitioners, not to us. We are the laboratory people. But now Supreme Court, this is more important. Please hear carefully. Supreme Court interpreted section 37 because the explanation says that, please remember, explanation, what does it say? If the freebies are given in provision which is against to law, so definitely when it is prohibited by law, yes, already freebies are prohibited by section 37 itself. Therefore, definitely they have to pay the so-called income tax. Please remember, it is an offense. Giving freebies to the doctors. Why? For promotion. Who asked you? You go to the market, you distribute your property, medicine to the market. People who are willing, definitely they will purchase. Otherwise, they will keep quiet. Why should you promote? So that is the intention of the Supreme Court. So please remember, very good decision. So ultimately, to put an end to this conversation, to the video, I want to tell you that freebies are not allowed to the medical practitioner. Okay, if the companies are willing, they can give. But if they give, they have to pay so-called income tax. It is not exempted from income tax as per section 37 clause 1 of the Income Tax Act, as well as rule 6 of regulation 6 of the Indian Medical Council. Please remember, this is Professional Conduct, Ethics and Etiquette 2002. So already in the final year you will be knowing what are legal ethics and etiquette. Anyway, this is too early. Please remember, we will discuss at length regarding this point when the medical negligence cases come. Okay, for this time we will stay. Thank you very much. Take care of you.